Babylon Little League season opener. If you haven't dropped your raffle tickets in the bag, see this cute guy, Sean Marin, throw raffle tickets in there. I'd like to invite now Joan Navarro to come up and sing the national anthem. Please rise and remove your hats.
Everybody stand up. Stand up. Everybody stand up.
Hats off.
Hats off. Hey, you go like this. Look. Take your right hand. Put your cap in your right hand and put it over your heart. There you go. Right? Cap your right hand. Put it over your heart.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you, Joan Navarro.
Caps on.
I'd like to now introduce the American Legion Color Guard. We would like to take a moment to thank Tom Horn and the Babylon American Legion Color Guard from post number 94 here in Babylon Village. Every year, the Legion Color Guard honors us by presenting the colors. Gentlemen, we salute you. Please be dismissed. Up and leading us to the beginning of the parade. Let's give them a round of applause. Today is not only opening day, it also marks the completion of months of hard work on projects which I'm sure will improve everyone's Little League experience. It all started about 2 years ago when then Little League President Carl Lansing came up with the idea to raise some funds for our snack stand. It continued through. Because of that hard work, it's where we are today. And since then, we've made tremendous improvements on all the fields and on our facilities. None of these improvements would have been possible without the help of many volunteers and companies who donated not only their time, but a lot of personal and company funding. Once again, the strength of our volunteers, sponsors, board members, and residents is what continues to make your Babylon Little League the success that it is today. This year, the Little League Board of Directors would like to recognize and honor some of these volunteers for their help. Thanks to them, we have a new snack stand, an electronic scoreboard, and upgraded field conditions. So we ask all of you to help us recognize a few individuals. First, I want to bring up Nick Gianpietro. Nick is not only a board member, he's kind of a project general manager for this. Nick donated a lot of his personal time to help oversee many of these improvements. Nick, please come on up and introduce some of these honorees.
Thanks, Kevin. Like Kevin said, this is about 2 years in the making. We really started in earnest when Owen Johnson got us about $20,000 to really kick us off. I think you heard that last year. And like, as well as Kevin said, since this is a volunteer organization, we wanted to reach out to all the members of the community to see if they could volunteer and help us keep the cost down and make this happen, and it did. You know, due to the unusually cold winter, we got a late start getting it in, and Mike Carmody was in there painting it about 2 days ago. So, on behalf of Kevin and the rest of the board, I'd like to thank the following contractors and merchants for the generation and dedication to the Little League, making the project a success. First off, when I call your name, if you guys could hold the applause, we'd like you to come up, and we'd like to recognize some of the guys. First off is Lou D'Amelia. Now, Lou is not from the village, but somebody in the village knew him. He donated a lot of the work to put the foundation in. Lou couldn't be with us here today. Second is Lars Klinetsky. Lars? Did I get the name right? Oh, man. He practiced it, too. Lars is from Granite Cement and Brick Masons. He completed the block work and the beautiful walkway in front of the concession window. You can see it's got a nice B in it. Looks beautiful. He also worked on raising the dugouts and the footing for our new scoreboard. We'll get to that in a minute. Second is John Bruckner from Applied Construction Services. John, come on up. John's company coordinated and worked on the structure, focusing on the framing and the siding and the outside work. And John donated a lot of his own time to managing the exterior building of the structure. John Botto, come on up. John Botto from Botto Mechanical. John's crew took care of the plumbing, getting the waste lines in and doing a lot of work while the foundation was being poured, and then putting in all that rough plumbing on the inside, including the hot water heater, so we could make coffee quickly for you guys. Next up, Rodney Reagan. Where's Rodney? Rodney Reagan from Double R Electrical Contractors. He really stepped up, providing a top-of-the-line effort. You went in there and, you know, it was not, if I could have got a couple of these guys, we probably would have wired it, but wires would have been hanging out, people would have been getting shocks, and it probably wouldn't have passed. And John Hamill and James from his organization also, they were down here, they did a great job. And Rodney was able to convince somebody else who doesn't have any kids in it, right? Peter's not in the neighborhood. Peter Schwing from Farmingdale donated all the materials to do the electric work. Appliances. Where's the Howard boys? Mark and Alan. Pluses, they donated the air conditioner so that the kids won't sweat their butts off this year in the stand. Microwave, some refrigerators. I think they should have shared every other week, maybe. Next we got up, look at the scoreboard. Everybody turn around and take a quick look at that scoreboard. Paul Barbera. Paul Barbera, come on out. Paul Barbera donated that, and along with some serious work by Kevin Bowen. He's the sign guy. Paul. Come on up. We want you to turn the scoreboard on. I want everybody out here. Count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! And then we've got Mike Carmody and Ricky Young. Both of these guys, Mike did a great job on the interior. Ricky, his company donated the cabinets. And then last, but certainly not least, Ralph and his whole crew. They're not last, actually. I'm told to hurry up, and then they tell me, give me more things to do. Where's Greg? Greg from Land Tech. Greg Sharp. You guys are standing on some of the best Little League fields in all of Long Island because of the efforts of Greg Sharp. lastly, Steve Matthews donated a great refrigerator for the interior. It's giant. It's like back at a catering hall. Where's Steve Matthews? I want to say that every one of these contractors and every one of these volunteers are what made it happen. It was sometimes a juggle getting 4 or 5 contractors in there at once, but they all stepped up and did it. And then, as I started to say before, last but not least, Ralph Scordino and the team, Skip Gardner and Scott Glenn and their whole crew, painting, straightening things out, putting in the water. I mean, they really stepped up this year. And they step up every year, but boy, we put an extra load on them. To me, that's all I got. I've been told one more final round of applause for all our volunteers here. Thanks.
I will try and speed this up a little bit. As Nick mentioned, this would not be possible without the Village of Babylon. The old Babylon Little League would not be possible without the help from all our village officials. With us today, our Mayor Ralph Scordino, village trustees, Tony DeVita, Debbie Basile, Alice Vanderbilt, and Kelvin Muldowney. Also, special thanks to Skip Gardner and his crew. Guys, we really appreciate your support. Have a round of applause for these village officials. Mr. Mayor, would you like to come up and say something?
Take a look around you. Parents, Little Leaguers, boys and girls. This cannot be done without volunteerism. Our village strives on it, and this is the results of what we have today. In 22 years, I haven't seen this field look as good as it does today. And let's have another big round of applause for all the parents, all the coaches, all the Little Leaguers, and all our volunteers. Thank you.
We also want to thank our representatives from the town of Babylon in Suffolk County. With us today are Legislator Wayne Horsley, always a friend of Babylon Little League, Steve Malone, village resident, Bryn DeSoma, Jacqueline Gordon, Lindsay Henry, Ellen McBeady, Tony Martinez. Did I miss anyone? Carol Quirk, the town clerk. Also a big thanks to Senator Owen Johnson. The Senator was instrumental in helping us get funding for the snack stand. We would not be where we are today without his help. Big round of applause for everybody. Now, your Babylon Little League would also not be possible without the never-ending support from our local businesses. Year after year, our local businesses step up and donate thousands of dollars so that your children can have a great baseball experience. These businesses are listed on the signs you see around the ballfield. Without their help, we would not be able to continue to improve your Little League. We want to thank all of them for their generous support, and we ask you to reciprocate and support their businesses. A special thank goes out to our opening day sponsor, Doug Gordon of Packet Photography. Finally, we'd like to say a big thank you to the 113 coaches who volunteer their time and the parents who support and encourage the kids. I want all the kids to stand up and give all your parents and coaches a big round of applause.
Everybody up! Pop up! Pop up! Turn around, face the coaches! Face the coaches!
As a Little League, our primary goal is to make sure that each child leaves the season with a lasting positive experience and memory. This is not possible without each of the parents and coaches doing their best to be successful role models and mentors to each and every child. 10 years from now, none of these children will remember whether they won or lost the game. They will remember every positive or negative experience that happens to them. You as coaches, managers, and parents are very important to this. Let's all work together and make sure that the positives outweigh the negatives each and every day of the season. Let's work together to leave a positive, lasting experience on each and every child. I'd now like to invite up Joseph, Randy, and Kate going to the microphone. Joseph and Kate will now read the Little League pledge.
I love my country and will protect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win, but win or lose, I will always do my best.
Thank you. Before I forget, I want to thank all the board members. This is a 12-month-year job, guys. We just don't come out here, work for 2 months, 3 months. We have meetings all year round. We're discussing summer ball during the spring. We discuss fall ball during the summer. And in the off-season, our hard work will do all this. I want to thank all my board members, Tim McCaffrey, John McCampbell, Ken Rendy, Sean Marin, Nikki Pietro, Rich Myerson, Gordon Blau, Joe McGarvey, Ricky Young, Mike Carmody, Danny McHugh, Trent Bruno, and our honor member John Fitz. You guys ready for the first pitch? I want to bring out Mr. John Bruck of Applied Construction. As you know, John was instrumental in getting our snack stand built. He's also a coach in our league. Catching for John is Owen McCaffrey. Our first pitch for softball will be thrown by Mr. Rodney Reagan. Rodney was another big key to our building a snack stand. And catching for Rodney is Jenny Finelli. Come on out, Rodney.
James,
you guys don't know, we have
Mommy's right behind you, okay? You stay there.
The first year, we want you guys to all visit it. We're going to try and keep the scores on there. News from the league. We're also going to have a photo contest. Take photos, email them in to us. Rich Marks will get them on the website. We'll have the best photo of the month contest. We'll give away free gifts to the picture taker and the kids in the pictures. Okay, we hope you'll have an enjoyable season. Let's play ball. But before, guys, across the street are the hot dogs. I want to thank Phil Panarelli, his wife, and all the girls over there who volunteered all their time this morning. Phil's the past president. He still does the hot dogs year after year. Let's get one coach and one parent from each team. You'll walk across the street, come back with the hot dogs and water, bring them back to the kids. Let's keep the kids here.
You girls stay here, I'll get the hot dog.
We're going to call our raffle winners also. As the parents get the hot dogs, we'll call our raffle winners.
Hi, Michelle.
Good.
How are you? Did you
Mr.
enjoy
Mayor.
the parade? Yeah. Molly, just don't go anywhere unless you let us
This is
know,
the third
okay?
prize.